for KRU, they've got to be ready. I want to see some trap plays coming out here for Dodds. The last time on this Waylay, Dodds had a little bit of a slower start. Not as much comfort on this agent as we've seen on the Jet and the Raze. So I want to see a warmed up Dodds this time around.
Yeah, I want to see what the full potential of this is, right? I don't know if I love the Waylay in her hands yet, right? And I'm happy to be wrong. I'm happy to learn what it can look like at its best. So show me something. As we go into this, though, it'll be Monch to receive most of the attention early on. And actually, they're getting away with this. The support
Love this trap.
What?
Clem.
I'm sorry. How is Clem the one to come out with two there? Sorry, Clem. Are you serious right now? None of these kills look like they were set up for her. But apparently, she's going to just play it out perfectly. A 3v2. And my worries and woes about Dodds on this agent do persist. But it's Michaela and Kinnear to try and maybe alleviate some of those worries. But having very little steps so far, all dedicated towards the site, however, for Nova.
And it does look like Cheer is slightly aware, not exposing herself. You can see she's just playing with that blind out, throwing some jiggles. Oh, what a shot!
Ooh, Michaela
She saw the
on the
Sova.
heater. Icebox now has to go nuclear. Playing at the back of the site, though, has the time on her side. Nova getting the first under the belt, but damn, that got close.
Such crispy shots coming out here. And I was just talking about how well Nova were playing that post plan. I mean, Cheer was playing it to perfection, high percentage angles. But man, Michaela, if you're just going to hit crispy shots like that, this is going to be an incredibly close first half, just like we saw on map 1. But either way, Nova are going to be happy with that pistol round win, especially considering how things started in that garage. I mean, KRU had everything they needed to make that trap work, but the Neon, Clem, being slippery as hell, finding 3 kills.
It's not the first time we've seen this. Stack in towards B, but I want to see how will Nova navigate this map, right? Again, their choice. Should see them being comfortable, but look, we know the KRU can put up fights no matter what. So, showing patience here. Don't want to fall short. Don't want to fall foul to a stack or a cheeky, deeper position from maybe Kinnear, for example. This should be checked.
Oh,
a lazy clear. A very lazy clear. You're not meant to get 2 there. How Alyssa loses that fight, I'll never know.
I mean, that was a decent setup coming through here for KRU. Konir got that smoke down from Biazik, so it was a bait and switch. And look at this flank. Dodds already hot on their heels. Everyone on Nova is surrounded.
Nice shot on the first as well. Being herded in. This is an absolute travesty. It's down to a 1v1 somehow. Messi. Oh my God, get me out of here. What have I just seen? Yeah, it's another MasterCard Thrifty. Congratulations on your sponsor. You are getting every cent worth. But what the hell was that round, Christine?
I thought we were going to get another blade, another shank. We just saw it yesterday
it looked
on
like it,
this
right?
map. The Frenzy doing work, running out of bullets, but another Thrifty, Lauren. We're just filled with it today. We can't escape it, but it is certainly creating some crazy moments. I mean,
this is my circle of hell, Christine. All right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm being dragged through this. Virgil getting me nowhere at this point. We do have sheriffs coming out. I mean, what the hell have I just witnessed? And at this point, KRU just fought their way back into the game. It swings and roundabouts back on the purchase.
Careful, Dodge.
Dodds on an island, does get the get out of jail free card, but again, gotta be careful to not get overwhelmed. KRU playing a really risky affair here. Again, Dodds wants more. Does get the reward on 1, but man, though, are we taking high risks against sheriffs and pistols here after what just happened?
Being very loose is Dodds, and at least she's got all of her teammates surrounding her with utility out. The perimeter is set, so the defenders are defending. And right now, Nova, at least they're able to get up close and personal, or they're trying to with these pistols. Playing with her food is Icebox, and Dodds, she's tired of it. She wants to go down and punish her.
Okay, it looks like KRU really wants to look like the aggressor here. They've been taking some really high-risk fights. A lot of them working out. Dodds. That's what you get. That's what you get. Hey, that's crazy to see karma like that. Shirazi can't do much more, sadly. That outlaw is going to be lost to the depths. As Alyssa with just the classic now.
30 seconds left.
Let's get a little upgrade, but by now I think everyone in the right place did at least get to collect the spike. 20 seconds, no other options. It's A or it's bust. So Alyssa, They just make a go of this one. There it is. So KRU in the end with all of those risks. They actually only lose out on one.
I could see why Dodds was getting loose. She wants those eco kills. She wants to get those outlaw kills. And you know what? I want my duelist nice and loose, being free just like that. So we'll see how warmed up Dodds gets with these shots for KRU. And for Nova's side, I mean, this round, you can see Clem, she's just going to stick with that Stinger. Actually, she decides to go with the Guardian. She's got that Neon ultimate in her back pocket. So I'm expecting a fast-paced opening and to just double down on that aggression if she gets that pick to just slam onto the site. It's going to be the third time now that we're seeing Nova start towards this long C. What a shot!
And Dodds can't really make it out of this yet. I don't know if they're going to know that or explore that option, but that is a big loss on the fact of Kinnear going down there. That's util now pretty much removed from the board. There's options. With 1 minute 20, they can start maybe working the map a bit.
Yeah, with the Sentinel going down first for the defenders, it really makes this Viper a lot weaker on the defense. It's going to be up to KRU to regain one of these long lines, and you can see exactly that. Biazik pushing towards this A main. They've got all the information they need, so they're going to keep this C stack strong.
Dodds again,
What a
still.
shot. Oh no!
Spike down, C.
Did her foot get stuck?
It looked like, you're right, it looked like she didn't back away from Plat, but still Monch and Michaela holding well from backside. Should be able to recover the op. Yes, they have, all good. In the end, again, taking some really high-risk stuff, but maybe that's what KRU needs. Maybe this is just take those extra fights, go for those slightly riskier looks, but yeah, it was a bit odd that she couldn't quite get away from Plat here.
Yeah, it's all good though. I mean, we did talk about the perimeter. Her teammates were right there.
Fair.
And I think you're right, Lauren. She's getting loose, but Nova's tired of it. They want to put a stopper on that, catch themselves some breathing room, maybe ice out KRU and Dodds, because look, when you're playing and you've got the duelist on the other side playing that loose, sometimes those timings, it can really throw a spanner in the works. It's really creating chaos, and it's controlled chaos for KRU, and for Nova, it's pressure.
Yeah, and you add into the fact of obviously map 1 going in KRU's favor after a really close game. That compounds it, right? It's like, oh god, now we've got probably the better version of Dodds, because I don't think we were overly enamored with how Dodds looked last time we saw her on this map. And that's a fair criticism, because we saw the best of her. We see her on that jet, we saw her in other scenarios where you see how good she can be on the Raze even to an extent. But here, it fell a little short. We were almost hoping, hey, run a jet, screw it. Go something a little bit wild, show me that comfort here. But she actually looks like maybe going for that double down into aggression, almost beyond the pale, or what you'd expect, has worked well enough. It's sent a message to Nova and a very early timeout, because we've seen quite back and forth starts actually between these two, the thrifty conversions, all of this. But sadly, the finances are really, really hindered because of this start.
They are shot. They certainly are. I'd like to see Nova go back to what happened on Pistol. I mean, they did run into a trap in that garage, but they kind of shied away from A main. They started towards B, and that is kind of what we're seeing here. Clem really going towards B, creating a distraction. She's found a gap, Lauren. She's already flanking A.
Yeah, but look at the ult coming down, and Dodds again actually goes further aggressive on this, but Michaela there to fill the gap behind. Michaela going wild in this, should have been seen, but still handles it to perfection! 5 in the round! How did Michaela look calm under that sort of pressure?
The Phantom on land, Lauren. The Phantom doing work, and Michaela looking good with it. But I gotta say, Nova had every opportunity to really capitalize off of Clem, finding so much space, quickly making her way into spawn. Really would have loved to see the rest of Nova pick up the pace and press the issue towards A. But man, Michaela did work dancing around in that quad. Bebe.
Wow.
Coach Bebe is just so thrilled with that round.
And that's got to be a gut punch for Nova, right? I know it was only this light enough fight, but it was an investment of the ult as well. They had a good shot at it, and to give another player an ace, that's all. That's confidence building for them. Biazik doesn't like what she's seeing on this. So gonna get herself tucked away for a second, but Michaela again gonna pick up where she left off. It's time to go down. Michaela finally found by Shur, so you're gonna be waiting to see the rest of this. It is pacey, it is tempo-based towards the A site. It is chaotic. But they've got site control, they're just slowing down to try and clear quad. They don't have full information on sewer, a bit of a worry about that, but it's all towards CT right now.
The utility slowing down this spike plant, and that's gonna allow the crew members to just flood in. It's just down to Icebox.
My God.
And you saw, it was such a quick Quick heads up play
Yeah.
coming out from Biazik, the Omen on the side of the defense. She quickly TP'd up into heaven. She wanted to counter the enemy Omen ultimate coming out from Cheer, and all of a sudden Cheer is down in hell, Biazik is up in heaven. It seemed like the defenders were cut off, but Biazik just making it work, KRU flooding in.
Okay, and talk to me almost like, you know, coach style. Maybe we'll jump into this round quickly, but I want you to kind of dwell on this. When a team's playing this hyper-aggressive and taking these very high-risk, very volatile fights, how do you deal with that, right? Like, holistically. Dwell on this one for a second, because I think we're going to dive into that round and see what's going to be going down here. It looks quite pacey towards B2, so... Because again, the instant answer in my head is always slow defaults, work the map, be really meticulous. But still, I'd love to see your take on this fast approach in middle.
We'll see if Clem does go fast here, but you're right. If you've got to fight fire with fire. You've got to be able to slow down the pace, use your stopping power, but you've got to be able to fight onto the site. If you don't have your retake protocols activated with these ultimates online, then you've got to be able to defend these sites. So for the side of Nova, they can't back down, and for KRU, you just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. For KRU, again, right place, right time. They've already denied maybe a quick spring in towards that B site. You've got that deep position taken up towards Sewer as well. Deep line for Dodds on that side of the map. That's a problem. They can't late clear back into this. Look at the HP on Clem as well. It'd be Icebox if anyone to set up. Maybe this look towards A, but beyond that, what are you meant to do here? They're not getting options. They don't have a great deal of clear on Dodds, and the dart doesn't go this way. So Dodds gets more freedom. Owl drone used, and the shot actually missed, so Dodds is going to be forced away, but only to go back in for a second. Look, we know this aggression is here, unrelenting, and now no one's challenging down Sewer. They can call out, it's all towards Long Shirazi with a clothesline down Sewer. Sight now finally open. This is the best chance that Nova's had in a minute, but it's not just one player being aggressive, it's all of them! Michaela, Biazik, Monch, they're all here. Icebox trying to be cool under this. Keep this in hand, but Michaela's still pushed up. Shirazi left in a 1v2, no spike planted, no time on her side. She'd have to find those players, and it's not happening. You deal with one, there's 4 others.
Oh my goodness, and I can't believe Shirazi got stuck with the op in her hands. She was able to punish Dodds with that Guardian, and I get it, but I would have wished that she would have kept on to that rifle so she can speed up and catch up with the rest of her teammates. But this flood coming through for KRU was so decisive. Just in an instant, as soon as Dodds goes down, they are in the mix. Not shying away, not backing down, and that was the kind of pressure we were talking about. I mean, it's been non-stop this entire half.
And it feels like they've lost all fear. And I don't know how you've done that after a 16-14 map one. They've suddenly gone, okay, ignore who we're playing against, we're going to get aggressive, just kind of disrespect almost, right? You've got to kind of almost get the other team to respect you. At this point, KRU are going to take every, even low chance coin flip fight. Biazik this time with the operator, going to take down Sheer. This is going to be brutal now because you're feeling out of the game. You're feeling like you can't take normal fights. You can't do your site executes. You can't play the normal way. You're feeling so overwhelmed. And we've got Sheriffs out. This is never going to be the round you really see it on anyway, but it is problems, right? This is hard to witness. Conir in a bit of a checkmate position. Okay, Clem, fair play. Yeah, shut me the hell up. Go off. The Monch here now, and they are just looking confident, high confidence. And it would take a big round and something like that, a couple of these big kills to come in to maybe quell that, but I'm not seeing anything slowing down KRU here.
Yeah, it is a little bit better, though. I do want to see Nova stick to what they just did, though. Send an insert into Garage for Clem so that they can allow some time for Shirazi to work. It's
double
a timeout. Yeah. And I get it. It does feel like Nova haven't been able to get anything they want on this attack side, but really, if I'm the coach of Nova, I'm just allowing my players some breathing room, right? I mean, these last few rounds have been high pressure, so just allowing themselves to reinforce their game plan and let themselves know, hey, it hasn't been that bad these last couple rounds. Things have just slipped out of our hands slightly, but we'll see if Nova go back to trying to work this Garage, because Shirazi, she needs time in these rounds. She needs to work the clock so that she can actually gain some space, push Dodds back with her wall, with that gas. But so far, it's really been all about KRU's just aggression here.
Yeah, and this is the interesting thing for me when I'm looking at the timeout. Because obviously you have to convey what you just said as well, right? You've got to try and get it into the right tempo to be allow Shirazi to play out a bit. get grip on the game, but you also want to let your team decompress a little bit, because they have just been dictated to for 8 rounds, right? High tempo, high aggression, really hard to get your mind in the right place because you just don't feel you can do anything. You're feeling really oppressed in this. So be interested to see what they come up with. I want to see what the plan is now. Simplistic, or is it slow? Is it going to be patient? Is it going to be very, very considered? It looks like an aggressive start, potentially. Try and take over one of these extremities.
Yeah, they want this A main control, but Michaela's been throwing this season, spamming through this Viper wall, so KRU gotta be careful. That's 2 pieces of util.
Oh, KRU, this is so well situated too. A deep smoke sets this up. It's a perfect plan, and the aggression is not stopping. It's carried on, it's doubled down. They can't make it out of spawn, Christine.
That's just so tough. It's so tough. I mean, that was Nova spending that entire minute planning, problem solving, theory crafting, going through, and everyone feeling super confident about their plan and just getting stuffed. Not even a lick of damage except for on Biazik's back. And so this is really just a combo of utility, and I love the aggression coming through for Dodge. She knew she was going to be able to beat the attackers on that line, and it's just, this is confident, drilled KRU on the defense right now.
This feels like a very different team than we saw just last time we saw them play on this map, right? Like, I don't think we've seen them go this far, exploring this deep, taking these aggressive lines, and I really like it. I think this is a good look for them. Now, obviously, they're doing it to the extreme at this point, right? This feels like they're tripling down even further. But I love a team that can shift gear into this. A couple of these sort of rounds, bring this out, flex a little.
30 seconds left.
And for Nova, there's no option here but to save, right? And the issue is that you've had your double timeouts. You've just come out of your last one, and it is a traditional reaction to go for aggression, but for KRU to even go further aggressive and kind of be very disruptive in these plans is a really nice idea for them as well, right? It's a very good reaction for Alyssa and Shirazi. They'd love to keep these Vandals, and they might be able to do that, actually. This is the most fight back they've had, but sadly it's a little too late in the day. But again, I feel for them. This is a very hard scenario to be in.
Yeah, especially considering, I mean, you would think that they would be able to talk to each other while they're saving their guns, but you mentioned it, KRU, they're not letting out. They're not getting their foot off that gas pedal. So the side of Nova, they weren't even able to problem solve or communicate with each other what they want to do coming into this next round while their teammates were saving. So that's just, while you're sitting there waiting, more pressure building up on you. And it's just unfortunate for the side of Nova. Hopefully, it's definitely up to Shirazi here. Her experience needs to shine through for the side of Nova. Regain your composure.
Okay. It's kind of now or never for me. The scoreline would be not unrecoverable, but pretty close by. So can they do it again? The lockdown comes in. Nice. This could be good. Should at least force them away from the C site, deeper towards CT side. Monch willing to stick around and actually gets a reward. Clem's fallen, doesn't get away in time, but has support here to back her up if they try and compress towards her. The pit probably going to drop any second now. You're looking at Kinnear playing towards that back of Black. Just get overwhelmed. Nova. No! How are KRU here so quickly? Shirazi, you said she had to go big in this. Be the one to pick up the pace. Be the one to determine the outcome.
No bullets
She's struggling. She's struggling, man. She just wants a gun. 4 bullets. She has to hit a reload at some point. Maybe gets Biazik and then could reload. Do you check? 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 The barrel not showing.
Oh my God.
She has no idea. And they're starting to look. Shirazi with 2 bullets remaining now has to deal with Dodds.
She didn't hear the reload.
Oh! The best chance yet. And it's a gut punch in the end. Dodds going to put them at 9-1. And you can see it on their faces. This is a horrible realization that your chances are slipping through your fingertips. And there's not much you can do about it.
This replay is so ridiculous. Both Vipers just doing so much work. You gotta shout out Monch in this round. The Viper for the side of KRU, the way that she was just able to reset, pop off that garage, go to the back of site while detained, and just bait and switch for the rest of her team. Shirazi just doing her damnedest in that round.
Man. You can't say she's not trying.
Yeah.
But right now, KRU are stepping up to another level. And I have to remind you, this is an elimination game. Tournament life in this scenario on the line. And KRU have decided to press the problem, go further. And actually, wow, the fact that Dodds gets out with her life is lucky. Nova
was not willing to go in and force the issue there, assuming Dodds had a backup, a second player there to hold back. Clem has been finding success towards this B, but this time around she does get spotted, so that Omen smoke is definitely gonna make her think twice. Gonna regroup with Icebox. And no, it does seem like Nova, they're just gonna re-hit. But this Molly in Monch's pocket, the multi-kills on these B-pops is so dangerous. Oh, this is good for Nova. They're able to burn a lot of util. I love this pivot for Garage.
Yeah, this is lovely. Burns the ult from Dodds as well, but it's Kinnear to watch the cross. Gonna hear this, see this, lockdown ready. That could be an issue. Actually gonna stall out a little bit here. Not gonna use it just yet. Probably the right plan. As the plant comes in now, Alyssa ready. 3 on the other side. Gonna catch up for...
Let's go.
Big shot, but Dodd's gonna finally deny. But that's a big bit of impact from Alyssa. Catching 2 there through middle. Now the lockdown's the issue. How does this get addressed? Nova get proactive. They fight towards CT, but they line up. And again, it's body after body being dropped. It's the battle of the Vipers, Christine, and they're winning every time.
The Killjoy ultimate was just the nail in the coffin. I mean, Nova did everything right in this round. Alyssa, beautiful shots coming through, and you would just imagine that's it. But my goodness, KRU were always okay getting off the site, and they just forced the hand on Nova. It's so painful to see. And if you're Nova, I mean, you gotta get the second on the board if you want any chance coming into the second half.
What do you do now?
It's a broken bye. I mean, your entry has a judge. This has got to be a fast-paced round. I mean, at this point, it's just full send. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, go down swinging. If you're gonna go down,
The Sova ultimate probably gonna get ripped here off the start. Nope, not at all.
Okay. And we've got the stack up towards long. That C's good. Just gives them enough time to reposition towards site if they wanted to, but actually going to commit towards long. It's Biazik down here. Paranoia ready. Going to get that posted. Again, the timing. Okay, sure. Actually going to get 2 on this. Clears through long, and they've got the A site open. A little bit of spam from Clem just to try and secure, make sure they've got time for this plant. This is good.
Spike planted.
And now, sadly losing Icebox, they actually do lose out on that Sova ult, which could have been quite nice in the post plant, but this is an advantageous situation for Nova, right? First time, a 4v3, you know, they've got the numbers on their side, they've got the time on their side. Dodds with an operator on retake, tough to make work. This could be the second. Clem,
What the?
goes down. Oh no, okay, Shirazi, the backbone here, the spine of the Nova side, gonna trade in and keep the numbers good. Kinnear gonna find Alyssa. Kinnear gonna find another. It's a 1v1 up against Shirazi. 3 bullets, is that enough for this? The time's on a tick and she's got to get to work. Shirazi secures them their second. And it is a glimmer of hope, but it is a fine, fine amount. 2 rounds is all Nova has to play with. This is not a fun predicament for this side. Map 1, you couldn't get it closer. 16-14. Here we are at 10-2, a stark affair. We actually have a little bit of a treat, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Someone who normally we get to talk to in the server, I believe is actually in the building. So I think Jen Lee's going to be standing by with a touch of an interview if we are lucky.
Hey guys, Jen here with Sapphire, our beloved observer. 네, 옵저버 사파이어님 만나보도록 할 텐데요. 가장 먼저 오늘 경기 전에 좀 굉장히 뜻깊은 행사가 있었거든요. 그 행사의 일부이시기도 했는데 그 행사에 대해서 잠깐 물어보도록 할게요. We had a cool event going on earlier today for the players and also people that are related to GCC, right? So can you tell us about what went down there?
Yeah, so we hosted the second edition of the Game Changers Collective. The first one we did at VCT Champs in Paris. It was a chance for women to get together, to network, especially with these players, get together outside of competition. We had G2, Shopify, Carmine, Team Liquid, some of Falcons there. Players that get a chance to meet with each other, and they also get to be inspired by Hee-ji Kim, an iconic Olympian that was there to speak with the players, and despite her playing a different sport, she relates to those players so much, and you could tell they felt very inspired.
네, 저희가 게임 체인저스 콜렉티브라는 행사를 진행했었는데요. 먼저 첫 번째는 파리에서 이제 선수들을 모아서 진행을 했었고 이번에는 또 팔콘 선수들 그리고 경기를 오늘 하지 않는 체인저스에 진출한 팀들의 선수들을 모아놓고 함께 네트워킹도 하고 서로를 알아갈 수 있는 그런 시간을 가졌고 그리고 또 저희가 또 올림픽 골드 메달리스트죠. 김예지 선수를 모시고 좀 인터뷰를 나누면서 Q&A 세션도 진행을 하면서 어떻게 e스포츠와 그리고 e스포츠에 있어서 좀 어떤 마음가짐으로 좀 건강하게 성장할 수 있는지를 얘기를 해보는 그런 뜻깊은 시간을 만나봤습니다. 그리고 마지막으로 이런 경기 옵저버로서 좀 옵저빙을 하면 어떤 느낌인지 물어보고 마무리 짓도록 하겠습니다. Quick, what's it like for you to observe a match like this? You know, high intense elimination match.
It's hard in the eliminations because teams aren't holding anything back. It's their last chance to stay in the competition, so they're changing strats up. They're pulling from deep in the pocketbook. So it's difficult, but it's also very fun to do it.
워낙 팀들이 이렇게 사활을 걸고 생존을 위한 매치를 펼치기 때문에 정말 옵저빙하기에는 굉장히 힘들기는 하지만 근데 보기엔 재밌다고 하네요. 재밌는 경기 함께 하시죠.
Love to hear from him. Big fan.
Huge fan of Heather.
Big fan. That was lovely. Jen.
That one,
Careful. No.
we love Jen.
We do. 10-2. We let's kind of bring the seriousness back into the affair here because I'm worried for Nova, Christine. I think this might be a little bit of a death rattle more than going down swinging at this point.
Yeah.
2 rounds, literally bookending. Or, you know, you had the first and you had the last, and that was it.
So I've seen 10-2 halves before, and this
Sure.
one, it felt so tough for Nova to regain their composure. Just the amount of pressure that KRU was applying to Nova's side. So this half, it was huge. It couldn't have come at a better time for Nova, this halftime break, so that they can recollect themselves. If we remember back, they had to use both timeouts in the first half early on, and so they just didn't have any breathing room. So this 1 minute, hopefully, for the side of Nova, they were able to regain some of that composure, get right back down to business, and play with some confidence coming into the second half. And you can see that happening right away. Clem, she wants to get up close and personal, get on that long A line. This is going to allow Cheer to over-rotate and icebox as well. And KRU, they've been so aggressive. They've got all the space to make the C-split happen.
Let's see it. Dodd's already in on the site. Gonna get found first. Shirazi, great first start here for the Nova side. Follow-up, not there. Monch instantly on the trade out. Kinnear clears as well. Nova fall on the site, and the spike plant should be coming in. It's one-sided so far, though. A 4v3. Clem, Sheer, and Icebox have to make something happen. You can't lose here. You're too far down the rabbit hole to fall like this, and Icebox trying to take a couple of steps. No one quite there yet to make anything of it as well. And it feels like that pressure. Oh, it's just hard to witness, Christine. It's a valiant attempt from Sheer, and it isn't 1v2. It's not impossible, but you can see the nerves. You can see all of those woes and worries in full effect. But KRU standing tall here, 11-2. You couldn't ask for a better map too.
And that's tough. That's just so tough. Clem, another chance at her feet, but just slipping right out of her fingertips. And KRU have just been decisive from start to finish here. Just coming and slamming the sights right during those gaps. You saw that there was a slight chance Icebox, the Sova on the side of Nova, was coming through with her utility, but none of the utility was available. I mean, KRU just slamming right during that gap.
Yeah. And that might have been the nail in the coffin. We'll see.
A force buy, you gotta do it.
You gotta do something, right? You can't just leave it at this point. You gotta go and try and make something happen for yourselves.
There.
Nova, how much do you have left? Because KRU have given us a game. We've seen high quality from them now. And Dodds continuing this path of destruction. Already a good tag towards Sheer on the B site. Clem waiting close. Prowler gonna inform the position. Good reaction from the Paranoia though. And well, Icebox loses out on one of the extremities. That might be the first of really the rest of this map.
And job done if you're KRU. I mean, they're just trying to waste utility. Clem is under so much pressure. She responds well.
Nice.
And that's spiked down.
This could be a dream for Clem.
Oh,
But it turns into a nightmare. But the rest of Nova now on the site. Trying to back up the rest of them. Shirazi and Sheer up against Kinnear. It could be 12 or it could be a long road back. And Kunir wants this one done. Hammer in hand, can't get the next nail in the coffin. It's a lifeline for Nova, making it up to 3.
And KRU, I mean, I thought they handled that round fairly well. Some heroics coming out here for Nova. You saw them slowly working towards that B, burning so much utility, but those low-buy weapons to KRU, I mean, hopefully Nova, that gives them some confidence and some momentum moving forward, because they did exactly what they needed to do. They were loose, they were ride or die, and that A flood, we saw that success for the side of KRU when they were doing that on the defense. So we'll see if that's where the tides turn here for Nova now.
Hey look, the classic round by round.
Dig deep, Lauren, you gotta dig deep, baby.
Okay, well look, Xia is certainly doing that. There is a heat-seeking missile on the site, however. Clem didn't think the dots were sticking around, but that's a quick trade. Putting Xia right back in the crosshairs here, but somehow comes out alive, and maybe heroics from Xia. 2 kills in the round, the third not gonna happen. It's down to just Monch now. This could be 4 for Nova.
That Deagle shot from Konir looked, rather the Killjoy shot looked so close, but no cigar. Monch is able to collect herself a sheriff, does have the spike in her hands, and look, all the members of Nova are super grouped towards B, just giving up this A site. I don't think there's any guns for Monch to collect towards this A.
No,
I'd be curious if she tries to go in and just plant to give themselves some money moving forward in the half, or if she tries to be a playmaker here.
Yeah, try and like slip through a little bit.
Looks like she's just gonna get the money.
Spike play.
You don't believe in the 1v3 sheriff?
Hey, there's a world.
There is a world. It's
Oh
my God, when they
the
line up a little bit.
Ooh.
All right, Nova, it's a long road. Do you have it in you at this point? It's 4 rounds now. The scary factor becomes that the buy will be coming out soon for KRU. That's when my attention swings back over. Ult start coming online. The kind of snowball rounds start to line up, but these are confidence builders for Nova, and it's small steps. You're not going to get big steps when you're sitting at this sort of deficit, so small steps here for them.
It truly is 1 round at a time. And it looks like for Nova, they want to go for an aggressive play down this long C. Biazik on the other side of things. Generally, the Omens, when they're solo, they're able to really just absorb a lot of this aggression and utility. We'll see how she handles this. Smoke is out right now. This timing, oh my. She's able to escape.
Yeah, how much do they read into that, though? So far, not going to know, obviously, how many players were pushed down towards us, but Clem. Oh, okay. All right, signs of life. There's a heartbeat still with this Nova squad.
Yeah, Dodds and Konir, though, both just taking a gander, sniffing towards that front B and garage. That is a lot of pressure on the side of Nova, and that opens up the A site for Monch to try to get some space, try to get some ground. You can see Biazik also regrouping, but every single piece of KJ util is up still. The defenders have all the information.
Yeah, they do. Alyssa here. Good paranoia, actually. Allows Alyssa to step towards the site. Tees up Dodds and takes away Alyssa. Problem starting to mount, but Shirazi's still alive. Isolates one. Great timing on the smoke. Oh, I thought that could have been a second as well, but Biazik wins it. 3v3 and the pawn going to come in.
And Monch is 1 orb away from the ult, but the Fade does go ahead and plant. All 3 members of the defenders are stuck towards this spawn. Blind does go out.
There it is. Going to have to commit to it. Clem's going to get the reward towards Monch. 2v2. Biazik down low. Clem clearing house. It's a 1v1. Michaela there. Forcing KRU up to 12 now. And I'm seeing them shooting the bodies, man. You're 12-4.
This last round, how Michaela took that second kill, this last kill, that sort of aggression, it's been the telltale sign of this whole half, this whole game, rather, from KRU. They're just not letting go of the gas at all. Just quickly doing work and closing out the round. 1 orb away now from the Fade ult as well. 1 orb away from the Waylay ultimate. So many answers here, options for the side of KRU to just close this one out.
This is so uphill, though. I'm so worried for Nova, for KRU. They are within touching distance of keeping themselves alive in this event. Nova, it's a matter of survival now. Every bite, trying to scrap it together. Clem waiting. That judge in hand has got on.
KRU prioritized this Waylay ultimate with that orb collect, and Dodds has been so aggressive towards this B. If this dog latches,
It doesn't. Got cleared a little bit deeper, but it is going to be the loss of Alyssa, who's the one who cleared it. So now Clem has to fight forward. Fire with fire, but falls. And now the numbers sitting in the hands of KRU. You can see the desperation with Nova. They want to make something happen, but it's down to Shirazi. And here comes Dodds. The ult did land. And Shirazi can't make it out of the hinder. KRU steamroll through map 2. It was a 13-4 scoreline.